What's up? What's up? This is the A and B Conversation Podcast. I'm the A, Amber.
I'm the B, Brittany.
So see your way in. I'm here.
Guys,
I'm existing. So don't expect much from me, y'all. I'm here.
this is not a perky Amber day.
No, I don't even have on makeup.
Oh, same.
We're giving regular
Same.
podcast bitches, all right? No makeup, no
I
razzle
will.
dazzle.
I'm giving handmade. If it.
Brittany's giving fucking little Bo Peep. She's giving
That
Harlem
is
little Bo Peep.
exactly what I couldn't find the words to say. I'm like, who looks like this? You know, them little. This is
For
the
sure.
I'm Bo Peep.
I should have did some drugs before I did this.
We should have. We should have smoked, nigga,
I
or
might have should have
something.
did something harder, bitch.
Oh my god.
Not that I do harder drugs or anything. What we talking about? What's going on? What we talking about? What we here today? Where we want to
Oh,
start?
well, it was just International Women's Day.
Shouts out to all the bad bitches out there.
Period.
I'm a sad bitch today, but shouts out to all the bad bitches today.
You're always a bad bitch, even when you're a sad bitch. So don't worry.
That is true. I can't deny that, babe.
So I had to speak for some International Women's Day thing, by the way.
Mm.
And I'm only talking about it because I didn't post it because my double chin was chinning. I'm not used to doing video where I can't see myself. Like even right now, we can see ourselves, right? So like I
Wait, you did a
can
video you couldn't
adjust.
see yourself?
Well, someone was recording it. What happened was someone booked our studio. Shout out to WTF Dembo. Someone booked our studio for a project. There was multiple talent, and they were like, "Hey, like, actually, you're a woman. Like, you own a studio. Would you like to be on it?" So I agreed. That's when I had that ponytail that I was very proud of.
Oh my god. She kept shouting out the hairstylists, and I was like, I know you can do this to yourself. I know you could put a ponytail in your own head. You literally give Zoe Allen Iverson braids. I know you can put your hair in one ponytail and curl it all by yourself.
Okay, but she put a couple pieces in my hair. I was just feeling myself.
When you said that too, I was also like, you and this mulatto ass hair, you don't own clip-ins?
I've never owned clip-ins.
Nigga, I own clip-ins. I don't even use them and I own clip-ins.
I've never been taught how to use them. Literally
You
one
just
time.
clip them in your head.
I know. And you know what's crazy? I'd be willing to clip nose hairs before I clip in.
You know,
Bro,
those bitches with hair like yours that give full-on fucking sew-ins with clip-ins.
Of course. Of course.
How haven't you gotten a tape in yet?
Never. Nothing.
Well, those are new. The black girls are just getting the tape ins. But yeah, let's go back to that. You're only half black. How have you never had a tape in? Like, how have you? There are girls with 4C, like crazy 4C hair getting tape ins,
Nope,
Brazilian tape ins, which I think honestly that's kind of dumb. But your hair, your heat damage, you do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think maybe you should get tape ins for summer.
Well, the funny thing is, one time, once upon a time when everybody wanted you to be a combo artist, I played myself, right? And I was like, oh, yeah. Like the lady, some like rich, like insane white lady was like, no, can you just like I was like, no, I don't really, do hair, but like I can maybe help you, which of course now I'm firm no. And she's like, okay, just put my clip-ins in. And I was like, I was like, wait, how do you do that? And then she was like showing me how to do it. But I'm so nervous that I'm like about to hurt her. Cause you know how like you gotta really press that clip-in in. Bitch, I was so shook. I was like, never mind, you could do it. Like, it's all right. I'm underestimated the task at hand. It's okay. I overestimated it rather. So ever since then, I've never touched a clip-in, to be fair. Like I've never touched one, let alone own one. I think being in the industry kind of spoiled me because on the one end, I always had friends that would be willing to blow my hair out. So then on the other end, I knew that like, not that I don't care about my hair as much, but I feel like other than making it blonde, I don't like I could slick it back and I'll just do my makeup. Like I'll value that more. So I don't know. I just felt like that's a service that I really got to pay somebody for. I'd rather cut my shit into a bob and be like, fuck it, y'all. I can't. It's okay.
You
The
should
long
get
hair
clip-ins.
I'd be interested in it.
I'm sorry. No, well, yeah, you should get clip-ins, but you should get tape-ins.
But what do they do? Like, I mean, Is it giving like it's
What do
all
you
over
mean?
my
What do
head?
they do? What do you
Like, is
mean?
it everywhere? Like,
The
how do I
tape
wrap my hair at
ins?
night? Yeah, like, what do I do? Like, what's the tea?
The tape in is the equivalent, I would say, would be the equivalent to, that time when bitches were just sewing a few tracks in.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
So for
Yes.
you, if you just want to like length or something like that, or maybe you want to switch it up. Maybe you want to give a different color. Maybe you want to go
Yeah.
full blonde. Well, you couldn't do that with a tape in, but you still have to dye your
But
hair. But
blonder.
if you want to
Yeah.
go blonder, if you just wanted to, I don't know, add some darker peat, like you just switch it up.
Yes.
I don't know, bitch. Like if you just want to switch it up, it would depend on how they would put it in. But for the most part, it would just be like in the middle,
Oh.
like in that part of your hair, and then like your perimeter and shit would be out. Although I think with tape ins, people like them with the versatility because like you can still go in and like part your hair because they're like rows. They're like
Mm.
applied. From what I know, I ain't never got a tape in, but from what I know, they're
You know
like,
more than me, bitch. Never
well,
got one
yes,
either.
because I keep my
Yes.
ear to these hair streets.
Yeah.
But it's in between because I do things with my hair.
Yes, of course. Right, right, right.
I do things with my hair. So yeah,
Yes.
it's like every other. It'd be like tape in, then a layer of hair, then a layer of tape in. So it gives you versatility where you can like do other shit with it. It's just not like a sew in or even clip ins where it's like braids underneath it and you can't really get too versatile with it.
This is a light bulb for me. Oh, you know what? I did get clip-ins when I did the Pamela Anderson thing, but you couldn't tell because it was under the
Because
hat,
they
and I
were
think
like
that's why she did
ponytails,
it.
right?
Yeah, she was like, "Well, if you're gonna have a big ass hat on, then like,
You need more hair
no,
on your head.
yeah, it's gonna look like you got 4 strands of hair, bitch. Like, no."
Yeah.
Same with the ponytail. She was like, "I mean, we don't have to put some hair in, but like, why not?" And I was like, yeah, why not? Go crazy."
Oh my god.
But I just, you know what it is? I'm genuinely not smart when it comes to hair. Like I'm like, other than braiding hair, for real, other than braiding hair, that
Oh,
was the
that's all you
only
know how to
thing
do.
for real. As all I know how to do. I know now how to blow dry my hair straight. I've also been terrified of doing that because I'm traumatized, nigga. When I was young and I used to straighten my hair, you're gonna gag. I really genuinely didn't understand the concept of different hair textures. Like I just thought in junior high school, I just thought, well, I'm black, so would it matter, right? Bitch, I used to put Dax grease in my hair, right?
Why? Why?
Look, I used
Because
to
you
put
saw Mika
because my
doing it.
mama, yeah, I put and Mika, I put Dax grease on my whole strand, right? Took the flat iron and would sizzle my
Oh my
shit was.
god.
Cause
Oh
you know
my
what's
god.
crazy? I wanted, you know how when bitches used to get a perm, it got that like straight perm look. Like I can't
A
even explain it.
relaxer.
A relaxer, right? Sorry, perm is the curly shit, right?
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. Niggas called it a perm in my house. I don't know. My girl,
I
Mika used to be
mean,
like, I'm
we
gonna go get a
all,
perm.
yeah, there was a time where we called them all perms, but
But
in
it's a relaxer.
2023, it's a relaxer.
You're right.
It's
That
relaxing
makes
the
sense.
curls.
I was like, okay,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, I wanted my straight hair to look like. You're right. Maybe it was. I wanted my straight hair to look like Mika's straight hair, right? So in my mind, it had to look. So, and then I would do me that shit. Mind you, mad grease. Like literally, oh my God, when I look back at pictures, I have this one junior high, I have to find it. I have this one junior high school picture where my hair is straight. But when I say it's slick straight like a board and so shiny, like niggas could slide down my shit. Like, oh my God. I really didn't understand. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And
Oh
then that's
my
what I'm trying to tell you.
gosh.
That's why I used to be, that's why I was mad after I went to that white salon. Cause I'm like, bitch, where the flat iron at? Like, what do you mean? Where's the shine? And then when I went to the domies, I was like, oh,
The
it's
domies.
shiny, but in a soft way.
Dominican homies. Did you just make that up? Is that a thing that I've never heard that?
My homegirl Alicia made it up. She was
Oh,
like, the domies. I was like, heard you. I'm here for that. So shout
I'm
out to
not mad
Isha.
at it. It's kind of cute.
But yeah, so clearly my hair journey is quite limiting. Like I only knew how to braid hair because that was either something that I did, like, you braid dudes' hair when junior high school, whatever. And I would braid my own hair, I guess. But I hate braiding my hair because I have stringy fucking hair. Like even when it was curly, it's still not enough for me to like grab. I never learned how to do none of that shit. And then when I did learn that that shit costs money, like hair costs some money, I was like, yes, right. Like
Hair does cost money.
hair costs money. And
It's
then you
not a
gotta
cheap
dye
thing.
them.
Just all
You
the
gotta
thing,
dye them.
anything real good hair related. I remember when I fake moved to LA 10 years ago the first time.
All right.
We can expand on that later. We really don't got to expand on that. Long story short, I moved here from New York 3 weeks afterwards. I was like, this shit is weak. I got a job. 2 months later, I moved back to New York. Anyway, I digress. I remember being here broke as fuck, staying with my homegirl in her studio apartment, and I had a short haircut at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a
Like what
relaxer,
kind
and
of short? Like
like a,
Holly short?
I think so. I feel like maybe Rihanna had cut her, like Rihanna.
Okay, yes, okay,
I
yes.
usually do whatever the fuck Rihanna do. And I remember calling my sister like, I don't have any money, and she was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, I can't even afford a relaxer. Like, I can't even go get a relaxer. This was a crossroads where she started to get my life as a creative, because I'm the first person
Mm,
in my family to like do this shit for real. I think
yeah.
this is the first time she truly got it. I was like, Lori, I don't have a relaxer. Like, my hair is looking crazy. The back of my head is a fro, bitch. Like, I can't go to work looking like this.
Right.
And at that moment, she knew, like, oh, no, no, you can't. Like, you can't be at somebody's beauty counter looking fucking stupid. Let me send you some money.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, she's always gotten it. But yeah, like, that shit it's pricey, Like,
It's
it's like a whole
pricey.
thing. Like, you got to keep up with the things and the things.
Yes.
Honestly,
I didn't even realize how much hair dye cost.
all this shit, bitch, Kankalon hair, braiding hair. I don't know how much it is now, but in Chicago, that shit used to be 99 cents a pack. I moved to New
Stop.
York. I was like, why is this braiding hair $4.99? Like, why is this two? No, when I moved to New York, it was like $2, $3 a pack. In LA, it's definitely like four
Oh
for
yeah, I
one
was about to say
pack
because I feel
of
like
braiding hair.
no, I feel like it's still $2, $3
I'm like, for
depending on where you go.
Kankalon? How?
Stop.
Why this shit ain't
Four.
99 cents? It's mystery fibers. Like, do we even know what it's made of? Like, why
Literally,
is
it's
this not
plastic.
99 cents?
So funny you say that. So the first time I ever got my hair braided with hair, yo, for mad long, I would just get my own hair braided. I would get like cornrows or whatever. I was like, yo, like just make my shits like super perfect, right? And then finally, I was like, I was going to Montauk, and I was like, I really want to like black it up for them. Like, I really want to like. I know that I don't give it, off gate. So I gotta. How can I give it? You know what I'm saying? And I can't be rolling up in there with fucking fucking Beyonce blonde with Miley Cyrus skin. So I was like, I gotta how what can I do? So I got my hair braided, right? And it was the first time I was like, yo, this is how come some people get acne because it's plastic fibers, right? And so it's a thing called acne mechanica, which is how come people were breaking out when they had the face masks on. So when it's continuously, especially that plastic material, when it continuously is rubbing against your skin, you can get acne from that. And I was like, because you can kind of feel sometimes, like let's say you got on like a tank top, or whatever. And it was summertime. I was like, nigga, I was like, Rob, my fucking back, nigga,
It's
is
itching.
like itching. And I was like, I never got it. I never got it. I feel like my mom used to be like, like, you know what I mean? Like certain things she'd be like, I have
Yeah,
to
I
do my hair
know.
because I
Like,
can't.
you have to. Well, now the girlies will soak. Well, of course, now we've got
Mm-mm.
much better options. I mean, you just had this reaction last year, but there's much better braiding hair options out there now.
But she did soak it.
Oh, she did. So, well,
Of
some I
course
was
she
about to
soaked.
say some
Okay, sorry.
girls soak cheap. They get the Kinkaline and they'll soak that. I mean, but there's just like in general, there's just better hair braiding
Hair. Yeah, that's fair.
hair
I didn't
to
know.
buy.
Oh, I
But
wish
my
I had a
sister can't wear
GoPro.
regular hair. Like my sister, I told her about
Stop.
Latch and Hook. Latch
Okay.
and Hook. It's a black owned company, and they specialize in like hair braiding hair, and it's not
Mm.
like made out of like the weird shit. It's better for you. But she can't. Lori, when she went back to wearing braids after like not wearing them for like a decade, that shit started breaking her face out.
Yeah.
Her face was breaking down. She was like, my head, I can't. My head is itching. I know a lot of people will be like, when they get braids,
Yes.
their head is itching. Yeah, you
I
gotta get
mean,
better shit. Latch and
well,
hook.
I wish, like, write that down. I'm gonna write that
Or
down.
rap
I am.
culture.
That's a what?
Um, Rap culture. It's another brand. A
Oh well, I rather write
hairstylist
both of
here.
them down.
She specializes in natural hair. Ash Nicole. Shout out to Ash.
What
She
up,
also
Ash?
made her own brand of like hair, like of that type of hair, because she does like faux locks and twists and
Mm,
stuff like that. And she was like, "This hair is disgusting," so she came out with her own
yes.
brand.
That's fire. I want to look into both of them because I'm getting my hair braided before we go to DR. And I'm like, well, so I wish I had a GoPro, right? When I was going to buy the hair. Like, bitch, I was a whole episode. I was Larry David. As a matter of fact, I hope Larry David listens to this. So he can put an episode where he go to buy some fucking braiding hair for some bitch he fucking, because yo, so the girl was like, okay, well, you're gonna pick up the braiding hair. And now I got all kinds of different kinds of blonde in my hair, right? So then I'm like, oh, like how? Because I can't afford human hair. Like I can't afford for it to be dyed for real. You know what I'm saying? So she's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, no, no, no." So she's trying to help me. And nigga, I really was like, wait. And then the neighborhood I moved to, I'm like, wait, I don't, where am I gonna get this hair from? I might have to go back to my old block and get this hair just because I happen to be familiar with it. Like, so then I finally Googled like a spot nearby, right? Ish, nearby ish, couple stops away. So I was like, all right, she a Queens girl now. I'm gonna go find some shit in Queens. I found, I think, the hair, but the problem is I'm so dumb, right? I wanted like a boho, like with the curly pieces that kind of come out of it a
Oh
little.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But bitch,
You got to get human hair for that.
exactly right. But I'm so dumb. I'm thinking like, all right, so I'm getting this color, I'm getting that color. She was like, she was telling me what to get, but I'm thinking like, oh, this is just not easy, right? Because then I'm like, I'm trying to get the length right, I'm trying to get all the things right, right? You should have seen me in there talking to them people in the hair salon, like I mean in the beauty supply store, like trying to get them to understand what I wanted. Them niggas looking at me like, bitch, you don't need to be putting no hair in your head. You don't even get it. Like you don't even what are you talking about? So then finally when I got this, so I was like, fine, I think this is good. So my homegirl came and she's like, all right, so I'm gonna blend it. So she's blending it. When I got, my brain was exploding. I was like, yo, my bitch is making the color right now.
Have you never been to a
I have,
African
but
hair braiding show?
of course, but I
They
think I
do the
just
same shit.
of course, but I swear to God, I just never pay attention.
You was
Like
high.
even also, I don't think I pay attention specifically when there's color. Like I see when you know what I mean? Like I think the fact that she had to get multiple different colors for me and blend it, and I had to sit there and watch her do it, obviously, because I had to wait for that to be done in order for her to start braiding my hair. I was literally like, it was like ASMR. Like I was like, what? Like
Oh my god. Also, not rap culture. Latched and Hook does like not custom blends, but they do like blends. You know what I'm saying? So that you won't,
ooh.
so that people don't like you.
So that Martians,
Yeah.
niggas that only been on this planet for 2 months. I'm telling you, I'm really excited to get my hair braided this time because now I know better. You know what I'm saying? And then I was so nervous to get my shit wet. Like I was being a crazy person. Rob was like, "You not built. Like you." He was like, "Please get out of here with your European hair. Like I'm good on you. Like you're." these, these problems aren't problems. Like for most people, like you're
He's
making
like,
this.
bag, you get on my nerves. You about to have people knowing that
Right.
we ain't both
Knowing
light
it.
skinned. They gonna know that you mixed, bitch. For chill. Taking
Right.
away my street cred.
He was definitely not trying to have that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm excited to get my hair braided for vacation. Oh, you know what
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you? I forgot to tell you about my barber Sturm facial. First of all, just before I say this, I am a fan of her products 100%. Like there's not going to be a product I don't like. I was not a fan, right? But I think like my
Oh, that's right. An esthetician over here judging the
yeah,
facial.
the bar's too high for me. So
You wanted some deep, like, you wanted some
I thought
shit you
she was
can't do
about to
at home.
yes, I thought she was about to turn me out. And I immediately, when it was done, I was like, wow, I feel like one of my clients. Like, you know how there's certain clients that be like expecting a miracle? I'm like, bitch, I don't have syringes. Like, I can only do what your face allows me to do. I can't really go that much further than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really thought sis was about to fucking really like like I was about to come out the phone booth and be Superman. Like I thought I was about to be a
That's how I
new
felt when I got
bitch.
mine. I
Well,
came
maybe it
out
was just
like, wow. But like I said, Cammy hooked me up. She the head esthetician in LA.
She's the head. Okay, that's different.
She's the
Also,
girl in charge.
girl, so even like, so I have like two milia bumps, and she, normally what you would do to remove that is with a lancet. And she was like, well, we're not allowed to do that here. Like, not that I don't know how to do it, but I can only do what I'm allowed to do here. And I was like, nah, for sure. Like, don't get fired from
You
me. But
had a
then I was
what?
like, why?
Wait, you had a what?
I had a milia bump. So there's like these white bumps that people can get that look like whiteheads, but they're not. And so
Okay.
whiteheads, obviously, you can pop and they'll be sebum and debris of sorts that'll come out. But milia, you cannot pop. And so
Oh.
the only way to remove it is to use a lancet. You would poke it very gently and then you'd be able to get it off.
Oh. Where'd you have them at?
But I had like a small one here and I have a small one around here somewhere. And what happens is a lot of times it's when someone overuses oil on their face.
Mm.
It
So
can,
it's like a
it's basically
buildup.
a, yeah, it's like a bunch of dead skin. It's like a callus, but in a weird way. That's the best way I can
Interesting.
explain it,
Do
right?
people get those? Can people get those around their eyes?
Absolutely. They get it around their eyes a lot, actually. People get
And
it around their eyes a lot.
I know somebody. I've had somebody try to have me bust that, and
No,
I would
it's
be
not a
like,
whitehead. Do not do that. I'm glad you said no.
I was like, fuck out of here. I'm not about to blind you, bro. And then it's my fault. You got me fucked
Yeah.
up.
No, they get it a lot there. You can obviously get it anywhere, but primarily around the eye area, people do get it a lot. I've had some friends like
And
reach
they
out to me
have
about
to
that as
be
well.
removed properly, or do they
They
just go
can,
away?
you can technically scrape it off, but it's
Ow.
not recommend. Yeah, like you should go get it professionally removed. It doesn't take much to remove it depending on the size. It's not that big of a deal. Like one time I did have a milia bump somewhere. I can't remember. It was somewhere on my face and I was so annoyed by it. And like after just like every day slowly picking at it, it came off. And it's not like gonna bleed necessarily. It's not like a whitehead. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? It's literally just like a bunch of dead skin cells that form at the top. So that's why you can just prick it and take it off. But anyway, she like saw it and she told me, which was nice of her, but which I knew though, but she was like, I just want you to know I'm not doing my job, or I don't want you to leave here and be like, this bitch ain't take my take that shit off. I'm not allowed to. Here's how I feel about it. And I was having this conversation with Rob after I got home from it. I was like, the bar is too high. I do think she did a great job, right? I just think it wasn't anything
You
that I
needed
could
the
have did.
head esthetician.
I ain't get the head. I don't know. This bitch, she was doing like certain things that I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll snag that, like, kind of sort of. But then I was like, it's fine. What I realized though, right, is like, and this is like my entire beauty career, it dawned on me in that moment, right, that like I'm only truly appreciating this facial because I know this bitch smeared $2,000 worth of product on my face. But otherwise, would I really care? Like, this is not a service driven spa to me. This is a spa that has recognition and is reputable because of this person who created this line and da 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 da, right? And I think about the same thing at like La Mer at the Baccarat, for example, or like all of these places that are like product driven, right? Mario
Hmm.
Badescu, whatever. And
Oh my
like,
God, what's the name? Just opened one in London, and I'm like, I want to go so bad. Augustina's Bader.
that's his first spa.
It's the first one ever. And I'm like, oh, I know you doing some magical shit in there.
But that's the thing. You kind of like, here's the thing.
I
I
feel like he
shouldn't
doing
need the
magical
head.
shit.
Of course, I think he does too.
Because
I
they be
agree
using
with
stem
you.
cells and shit already in they
They do. Yeah,
fucking,
they shit is a
in
little
they
more sophisticated.
products. So I already know, like, at the spa, come on, they're giving niggas.
I know, but I think in lieu of that, right? Like we're already, because the products work so well and they perform, and based on the information that we know of these products, we have a proclivity, right? Like, so your proclivity to go to the salon or the spa or whatever is because you worship like those products. And I felt the same way. Like I feel like I love Barbara Stern's products. So I'm like,
I love
I
Barbara Sturm too.
of course, but I mean, like, that's why in my mind I was like, nah, she about to freak my shit. Like, she about to, she about to do some shit I ain't never felt before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking this bitch gonna slice my double chin up. Like, I'm thinking like she about to do the thing, and I don't think that you have to be the head esthetician because I'm there for PR purposes, which means that I probably am in the industry, so I'm gonna know the difference. It's not like somebody that's paying who might not know the difference. Like,
That's
I'm
not
gonna know
true.
the
You're
difference.
an esthetician. That's why you know the difference, Brittany. I'm like, what? No, you, what? Bitch, you think your regular fucking makeup artist is going in there like, what? Like you can't fucking get rid of my Milton, bitch. I'm a makeup artist, and I just asked you, what the fuck is that? Hello, like what?
No, you're right. The bar is pretty
Yeah,
high for
you're an
me for those
esthetician,
purposes.
stupid. When you went in there, were you like, oh yeah, I'm an esthetician too?
No, I didn't. I swear to
You
God, I
should have.
didn't.
I
I
bet you she
should
would
have.
have
You're
put her
right.
fucking good foot on.
You're right. But that's the
How
thing,
you beat a bitch
Shreya.
face that you know do her own makeup to do makeup too, as opposed to how you beat a bitch face who don't know how to do makeup. Well,
No,
now I'm
that's
about to
true.
slay your shit, so you know I do my shit better than you.
For sure. I
Otherwise,
think
they would have paid you to do your own shit.
I feel you. You're right. You are 100%
You
right.
should
And
have went
that's
in there
why
like, oh my god, I've been an esthetician for a few years, so I'm really excited to see like what you can do. She
and it
would have
was
been
funny
like,
because
oh shit, this a PR facial and this bitch a esthetician. I want to make sure this bitch don't eat me up. Duh, like
well,
what?
well,
You went
you
in
know
there
me.
incognito, like you were undercover boss. Fuck out of here.
I was definitely incognito. I was
I'm,
listen. The thing, the thing
I'm going in
was,
phone first so they know.
I did, I did, I did, I did, I did. I didn't
I'm gonna
act
put
like I
my best
wasn't.
foot forward just because clearly this bitch is recording me.
But here's the thing. Maybe that was her best, but I don't know. I don't think she. Here's the
Listen,
thing. I think again the
Cammy
disclaimer.
laid
She
my
didn't.
shit out and she was like, and don't worry, put your phone down, relax, but I'll just give you a gentle tap when things come up that you should record. Like she
Oh,
already
I
knew
loved
what it
her.
was.
She already knew. That's lit.
That's LA, okay? You girls in New York
That
still
is
be trying to
LA.
pretend like like
Yeah.
you're not recording. Like fuck out of here. Thank you, sis.
I was very clear when I walked in. Like I'm gonna record. Anyway, so I was saying to Rob, in lieu of this, we go to this massage spot in the Bowery, right? They get $40 massage. Okay. I don't know what the fuck products they use on my back, on my feet, on my whatever, but I'm there for the service, right? Like they don't got no website, they don't got no Instagram. I'm purely there based on them being like a hidden gem of New York, whatever. Like this particular place got so popular, they opened up a second place, but it's still like the same type of idea. And so it made me think like if I ever opened a spa, like I really wanted to be service driven. Like I don't even necessarily want to teach a method that's gonna hinder someone's mastery, right? Like I don't even want to be like, nah, bitch, you can't use a lancet. Nigga, use a lancet. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be known to be like, nah, that bitch, you go to the such and such spa, that shit is litty. Everybody there is lit. Everybody. When I go to this massage place, I don't ever be like, nah, I need Susan. Like I just know everybody's good. And I'm like, I don't think that this girl did a bad job, but I wouldn't have went back based on the service alone. Like I would go back because just use that shit on my face. But I had a good time in general. Like she was very nice, very sweet. We was in there cracking jokes. I was telling her, make sure you get the double chin and shit. But yeah, it was great. It was great overall. I think that it's great for the average person. You're right. Me being an esthetician, I'm completely jaded, and I also am. My bar is extraordinarily high. I don't unattainably high.
That's nice. So you weren't impressed, long story short. Um I heard that part. I mean, I got the gist of it that you weren't impressed. I will say that like when I went, it was a good facial and I did enjoy it. I'm actually gonna see if I can get another one. But that was the first time I had been to a facial place where I had to like get butt naked and put on a robe just for a facial. And I thought that was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like fully undressing, putting on a robe and a headband for you just to do like the face and the chest. I was like, oh, you want me to take off all my clothes for this? I mean, I get it. The blanket was heated. It was weighted and heated. It was
Yes,
comfortable, I
yes.
guess. Ultimately, I didn't like that part. I don't like to get butt naked out. Like if I'm dressed for the day, I don't want to
No.
get butt naked until I go back home. You know?
Me too. I
So
feel you. I couldn't tell she said to take all your clothes off, but exactly how I felt. I was like, well, there's no way I'm taking all my clothes off. Because in my mind, I was like, you don't need to take all my clothes. Like, so I left on like my socks and my leggings and my drawers, right? And then and then when I got on the bed, I was like, "Ooh, this was just weighted." You're right. I forgot about that. See, I don't even appreciate that shit. So I got under the weighted blanket, and then sis started like going in on my legs and my calves. Like thinking, "Oh shit, my socks." It was raining. I'm thinking, "Oh fuck." She's probably like, "Ew, I told you to get naked." Okay.
I can't remember when the fuck I went, but did she? Maybe she did massage my legs and shit. All right, I guess that
But still, it's not worth
justifies me
getting
getting butt
naked.
naked. But like, I've
Mm-mm.
also had a facial at Burke Williams, which was great. I was already without clothes, long story short, because I was in the
Got it.
pools and the saunas and in the rooms and things, you know what I'm saying? So
For
that
sure.
wasn't just like, oh, come inside, have some water. I'm going to step out, let you derobe. And I was like, huh? You but I should have wore less layers. I think I had wore like layers that day. Like I think I had on like a
Stop.
layered outfit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I should have
No.
fucking wore a onesie in here, huh? Right?
Yeah, you should have had the cat in the hat fit on. Like you got on mad layers, no good. I can count on my hand how many facials I've had, but I think it's just because I don't like trust nobody. And
One, I don't trust people
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Two, I'm like, listen, I don't know if this good skin. Well, at a point, I was like, I don't know if this good skin is solely because of what the fuck I'm doing. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want you to touch my shit and then it blows up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So yeah. Well, I guess that goes back to trust. Yeah, I didn't trust niggas.
Yeah, I
And
don't
I
trust
couldn't
nobody.
afford one. I mean, a good
Also,
facial is
that
expensive.
can I
I
just say,
actually got a pretty good facial at Heyday, which is like
really, you did. I
I
hear
did,
mixed
and
reviews about them.
you didn't have to get butt naked.
Well,
I
no,
was
it was
also
dry.
given a facial by like a skincare brand that's like hosed in there. So like, you know what I'm saying? You also
Mm,
got to
yeah,
keep in mind that when you go in some place, like I was going as an influencer, I wasn't just like, I made an appointment at Heyday.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? The girls will give you your all when you go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the dry bar of fucking spas. So they definitely like once they see that you there cause you the plug, they're like, oh no. Go get go get Sally from the back. She gonna do hers.
Yeah, she did a good job. Sally from the bank did a good job too.
Yeah, I love that. I've never went to Heyday. Fun fact, that's why I even dove into the health and beauty side of makeup because I fucking couldn't afford a facial. And I was like breaking out a lot when I was in high school. And I was like, nah, like the math gotta math. Like there's gotta be an equation. There's gotta be a way to solve this. This is just silly. And I remember like really since that moment being so crazy. I used to be so crazy about my skincare, Amber. I remember when me and Rob, when we first started dating, one time I left my skincare at Rob's crib, nigga. I was like, hey, listen, I don't really want to see you. Like, don't think this is me trying to get into your house. Like, I don't want to see you, but I just need my skincare. Like, can you bring it to work tomorrow so I can pick it up? Or I'll come pick it up. Like literally, I was like, yo, I'm that serious about my skincare. Like, once something worked for me, I was like, I can't go without it. And I remember then he used to be like, bitch, what? Like, I'm not, no, you're not, like, I'm outside. Like, we're not. I used to be upset, devastated if I left my skincare at his house. Like, that's how bad it was. Never, never
Well,
again.
you
Y'all got
gotta
me
you
fucked up.
gotta have travel sizes, bro.
But I didn't know at the time. And I was like, I didn't have any money for that stuff. Like I think I like
Oh
worked at
yeah.
Sephora. Like I like
Sample it, baby. You should have been making your own. I
facts.
used to leave Sephora with fucking pockets of them little fucking
Me
jars.
too, me too. I used to have 17,000 foundations that I was never really ultimately going to use.
Never. I'm like,
Shout out
oh,
to
I'm gonna try
Sephora.
this for my kid. No, I'm
Never.
just making tiny samples for myself.
I'm just wasting time.
Just that I've got a full size jar of this cream in tiny samples.
You're like, the airplane won't catch me. This is actually a 3.5
I'm
fluid
like,
ounces, but
oh, would you
no.
like one? Friends come over. I'm like, would you like a little cream? Here. Yeah, we're gonna bow this shit up. This is the A and B podcast. I'm the A, Amber.
I'm the B, Brittany.
So see your way out of here. Next week, I'll have a better attitude. Maybe. Can't make any promises, babes.
One,
See ya.
two, three,
It's
bye.
an A&B conversation. A&B conversation.